Welcome to Vermont, the Green State.
We're going to show you some of the charming places that the Shires of southern Vermont has to offer.
Our destination is Manchester, but first we make a short stop of what I see as the doorstep to Vermont, a little town called Bennington. If I see any sign saying chocolate, I feel invited. While inside we meet Benny and his wife Molly, both made in solid chocolate.
After a little shopping, we headed to the South Street Cafe for some lunch. There are lots of great options and has a really relaxing vibe that only a small town cafe can have.
While at the cafe, we found out that there is a lot of covered bridges in Vermont. It's something old-fashioned with them, and well worth the little detour it takes us to experience it.
Manchester is a quaint town filled with a mix of outlet stores, unique boutiques, and wonderful restaurants. We stopped in for dinner for some delicious Thai food.
This weekend we choose the Olympic Lodge as a home base. They have friendly staff and cozy fires and a delicious breakfast, topped with the local maple syrup, of course. After a little bit of window shopping, we couldn't resist the smell of fresh baked donuts.
A 10-minute drive from Manchester is Hildene, the home of Robert Todd Lincoln, the son of the one and only President Lincoln. His mansion was built in 1905, and you can totally feel a bygone atmosphere in the rooms as the music from the 1000-pipe organ is playing. It was a gift that Robert had installed to his wife Mary in 1908. Amazingly, it still plays today. Hildene was the summer home of Robert Lincoln, who was the chairman of the Pullman Company, famous for their train and railway business, and you can step inside an old-fashioned Pullman cab car and go back in time.
The view from the estate is breathtaking. It really gets you the feeling that you are in Vermont, with high mountains and never-ending forests. After our time traveling, it's time for us to travel to the world of books. The NORTHSHIRE bookstore is said to be the biggest bookstore in New England, and I'm quite ready to agree. You can find everything here, and it's a delight to walk through the shelves and browse through titles that you only can dream about.
After a good time among the fairy tales, it's dark as we step outside, and we're suddenly swept up into the town's Christmas tree lighting. It felt like we had stepped into a Hallmark movie as we were served hot chocolate and Christmas cookies free of charge. Everyone was in good cheer, and the joy reached to new levels when Santa Claus himself arrives in a fire truck.
We knew that our last night in Vermont had to involve a dinner at Ye Old Tavern, a colonial and charming restaurant built in 1790.
As we say goodbye to Manchester and head towards home, we still have a few more places left to explore.
The home of Robert Frost, the beloved poet who won a few Pulitzer Prizes. Unfortunately, it's closed for the season, but it's really nice to just see his house.
Not far away from there is one of the finest and best preserved Victorian mansions in New England. Unfortunately, it's also closed for the season, but the view is astonishing and we had a good time walking around the garden despite the very cold air.
We couldn't leave Vermont before taking some history with us.
Our last stop outside Bennington was to the Antique Center at CAMELOT, in a restored barn filled with treasures, antiques, and collectibles.
As we leave the state of Vermont, we feel richer than we did when we arrived. There's no price of new experiences shared together like this.
Thank you for joining us in charming Vermont, and don't forget to subscribe and head to our website for more adventures.
Bye for now! I don't know.
I don't know you. I don't know you.